Alright, this is FNGR, and today we're taking a look at Diablo 3 patch 2.1.1. This is my first recording for Diablo 3, so, be sort of patient. We're going to be talking about how to make advantage of the new gold exploit using Greed's Gem. Looking at the inventory, I am currently using a Leoric's Helm. They're pretty good stats. 6 CC, 600 Dex, 700 Vitae. I'm using a diamond for cooldown, which isn't really necessary. I could probably get away with using the XP, or maybe even the life. I have a Maris's Kaleidoscope. Yeah, I know there's no gem socket, but I just went for pure damage. It's also the fact that I could soak poison, and there's a lot of it floating around, especially in the area that I'm going to be going into. This isn't the most ideal bracer ever, but, well, this one type is actually going to come in handy here, because we're going to be getting a lot of fucking gold. Like a lot. And the fact that we're going to get XP for each piece of gold that we're picking up is going to come in handy. Plus it has some gold find itself. I have a very standard, I think, Ring of Grandeur with 6 CC. I think I probably have better laying around, but for just pure DPS, I could have gone with the socket, so I just decided to go for damage. I have a Bombardment's Rucksack? I keep wanting to say Nutsack. Fuck it, Nutsack. 700 Dex, 20 ES, 15% to life, 9 to CC, cooldown reduction 8. It gives you 2 extra turrets. I have the Marauder set all except for the helm. I managed to finally get the boots so I could swap out, and what was I giving up before? Yeah, I had free range to use any boots I wanted, and I was like, eh. I'm using Oculus just to be a little bit more durable. I had a gift that I used on this bow. If you cannot find a gift, fear not. I think it should be perfectly farmable. If you have comparable DPS to, like, say, I think 1.2 million, you should still be okay. I'm probably at 580,000. The life is probably a bit much. I could probably get away with 500, maybe even like 450. But I usually don't die on these runs unless I just start fucking around and not paying attention. My resist all, we're looking at about 70% as the lowest. But we can usually get the hell out of trouble pretty good. Oh, and the crown jewel of this little whole excursion is really 3-part. XP. We are using a Boon of the Hoarder. I keep wanting to say Jewel of the Hoarder. Pretty much is, though. My rank is only 19. I don't even have the secondary, and I've skyrocketed. Let's look at that. And for XP bars, we have 5, 6, about 6 3/4 to start here. We'll try and come back to this later on, comparatively, just to see how much we gain on this run. I guess the XP isn't the greatest, but it's something extra to do while you're racking up gold, and you will rack up a fuck ton of gold. And if there's a couple of pieces of gear that you've rolled to the point where you're spending millions now, you can't go wrong here. So the map you're going to want is Act 5 West March, and we're going to want to go to the ruins of Kurvas. It's the same place you go to kill Andaria. And if you've seen any of these videos before, you generally have to rub up against the walls. It usually triggers these little dudes. There are other areas to mine that have disposable mooks all over the place. If you're thinking of killing a Skyto in Season 4 because he keeps summoning all those assholes, the devs apparently did think of that, and they're not going to let you get away with it. So that actually doesn't give you any damn thing. There are comparable some spawns in Season 4, but there are some not Season 4, Act 4. Act 4 is a bit more pain in the ass, whereas this, you almost never die on this run. The downside, I mean, yeah, there are faster ways to get XP. The gold is fantastic. Almost never die. You might get a leg a run. It's not bad for parts if you want them. It's a fast run, by the way. We'll see how long this takes. Yeah, after picking up those gold kills, the gold explosions you get off the replenished chest literally feel like nothing. Whee! I do have gold finds set up on my Paragon points for this run right here. Obviously, it should go without saying if you go into a Greater Rift to swap out any and if not all this crap. I've been waiting to do one of these recordings, and I finally have a computer enough that's not going to lag out on open broadcast, and D3 is kind of a resource hog. My old computer, it used to suck up like 80 to 90% of the processes. This new fucking beast only sucks up like I think like 1 to 3% tops. I haven't even checked how much open broadcast is, and I'm not suffering any lag. Net connection and Blizzard withstanding. You're probably asking yourself, if I don't have Jewel the Hoarder, do I have time, knowing Blizzard's penchant to hotfix? This has been out there for a while, so yeah, I think you're good. You still have time to fix this. If you don't have any of the Marauders set and you're P100, you might be shit out of luck, I'm thinking. But hey, you never know, maybe they aren't going to fix this. It would be kind of closing the door after fucking the cow got out, or whatever fucking metaphor you want to use. Which is something Blizzard's been pretty big on. I imagine by the time Season 2 starts, whenever the hell that is, they'll probably have fixed this. I'm not even going to check how much gold I have right now. Let's see. There are 2 that I know of random events that take place in here, and one of them is a sub-boss that literally spits out those little bastards that keep giving you all this gold as scarabs. Hopefully I get that one. If not, it's going to be some kind of 4 or 5 part flesh golem thing that just feels like a giant waste of time. I still kill him. I don't know. I come from a Dynasty Warrior mentality where it's just fun to fucking annihilate everything. I probably should be running a Leoric's ring or something. I've probably picked up more gold than you normally would, even after like doing 10 fucking rift runs in a row. I am doing T6 right now. I see no reason this still wouldn't be profitable even at T4, provided you could get the gem. Ooh, they're still coming. Hee! It would be nice if it glitched and they just kept coming, wouldn't it? I could go get a sandwich and just come back and I'd be like level 600 or some shit like that. And then I'd probably get banned. I don't know. Whee! One of the things that's helping me out, which you will probably not be able to get anymore, is I have a Witch Doctor belt that's kind of legacy. 9 ES, 50 CD, and the 6 pickup is so nice. I'm not even really tricked out for gold find all that much. I've seen people who were able to bring in like 100 million in 10 minutes. I'm sure I'm doing very respectable business. I don't see why you would need more. It is fun. I think like the XP wise, I don't know, like 100 million gold. Yeah, I think I'd be very happy with that. Come on, die. What I feel makes it the faster is the Marauders build, allowing your turrets to use like all your spenders. I use a multi-shot elemental arrow for a stun. I can get it for free because of the bow I have. It claims it knocks off like 4 hatred, but it does. Not only does it not cost anything, but it recoups, so I don't even need to use a primary. I use the cluster arrow just for its stun option. I use the vault for knockback and stun. Companion, I get all the sets, but I use the wolves, I think, for like the little boost of damage. Let's see, 30% increased damage for 10 seconds. I don't know if it's like double or whatever since I have that one active, who knows. I use the defensive one because I like to not die. You could obviously probably do it faster. Numbing tracks, custom engineer, I like having turrets, so I think I got like 5 total now. And they last a good long time. Steady aim for distance. If you'll notice, I'm not really backing off just because I'm kind of paying attention to making sure that Audacity is still recording good and monitoring the screen and making sure that the microphone doesn't juggle this, that, and the other. Archery, self-explanatory for the bow, blah, blah, blah. Da-da-da-da-da. Again, if you find anything I'm doing right here to be horrifically inefficient, It probably is. There's probably so much better that you can do, and that's why it's such an interesting build. Half-assing it like I am, I'm making a killing. I'd probably raise it up later, but I wanted to get this one out there. I think it's a fun thing to show. I have a couple of friends who kind of haven't upgraded to the pack yet, and I think this is probably a good exploit to mention. I think playing a higher T, I think I'd be able to get him the Marauder set in, like, probably, maybe... I think a month would be easy. Especially hand-me-downs, since you don't need more than one fucking Marauder set. Ah, fuck, what way am I going? Whee! Oh, here we go. Yeah, I should be using the backflip that gives you the boost of speed. It's a beautiful thing. It's less D3 and more fucking Dynasty Warriors at this point, where you're just fucking mowing down assholes. The cooldown I have really isn't that necessary. The sentries take like 6 seconds to throw up. Since I've got like probably, I think, like 30 to cooldown. Maybe we're knocking off a second. Probably not 2. I don't know, I feel like doing the math. And I can't get in there yet. Let's come back. Maybe I will. Looking for that side quest to show up, depending on which one I get. And... oh crap, it's this one. I don't get to show you the real good one. Oh, that thing's so fun. You know what, maybe I'll just say skip it. I'll probably double back for it. It ain't going nowhere! Yay, obnoxious music. I could have it muted and have some fucking music playing in the background. But I'm too fucking lazy. You usually only get these kind of clumps of gold when you run into, like, you know, a goblin patch. And you know how often that fucking happens. That would be the only thing that would fucking make this run better for gold. Is if I actually got into Realm of Greed. I don't think I run into goblins much. I've done it like maybe once on one of these runs. Is anything gonna fucking show up? Oh, it did! Whee! I think I've only got, what, 50%? For the Booner, Horde of the Booner, 53.5. We could definitely do better than that. I think it starts off at about a 25, so it's definitely worth leveling. No legs. It occasionally happens, but don't hold your breath. No run is completely perfect for everything, especially now that this is the premium absolute way to mine gold. I've been pretty good about fucking goddamn monitoring my gold spending habits, but I could just be a complete jackass with it now. Come on, die. You get so used to fucking nuking the scarabs when you run into something that could take a beating, it gets very annoying. Oh, he's not staying the perfect distance away to get the 20%! I'm sure some asshole will fucking say that in the comments, but I don't give a shit. He's completely doing it efficiently! Whee! Don't care. I'm sure there's probably, I don't know, like some barb who doesn't have the complete set going, this is horseshit, why the fuck can't I even have a fraction of this power? And I feel ya. I'm not gonna fucking sit there and say, oh, this is fair. I've seen builds done with this with the Witch Doctor. DH was, for me, like, the longest time, the unplayable fucking class. And it's sad that there seems to be no middle fucking ground. It's either fucking god tier or nothing. Get the set or don't. And we're done! Hopefully the recording did just fine. So yeah, the run probably took, I'm gonna guess, like 15 minutes. 15 minutes, and I forgot what the starting gold was, but we are at 1 million XP-wise. We were at 8 bars. I think just a hair underneath it. What were we at, like 7? 6.5 maybe? There are faster ways to get XP, but if you notice, I wasn't even barely paying attention. I probably will try this without the fucking gem. I'll come back maybe and I'll post and tell you, hey, this is totally better to do it this way. Fuck, am I forgetting anything? No, I think we're good. So this is FNGR reminding you till next time, don't ask why a plague spreads or a field burns for no good reason.